My name is Cory I'm a chef consultant with Sysco Portland. We're going to talk about shrimp today. Packer brand versus the Portico brand, Tobium IQF, frozen pack. We'll walk through some very critical points to think about. One is your sizing. Sizing goes 16, 20, 21, 25. As the numbers get higher, the shrimp gets smaller. Something to think about in terms of where it might be used. Is it going to be grilled? It should be large. If it's going to be put into a sauce to finish, it can be a little bit smaller. Generally, the smaller shrimp are also a little bit cheaper. Checking for freshness. A lot of the shrimp that's in the fresh market, you can't really tell if it's actually been frozen once before or not. So frozen shrimp seems to be the dominant path for choosing quality that you have control over, because the shrimp are frozen immediately after their harvest. So that's an advantage, because you know what you're getting when you take it out of the bag or you take it out of the box. If you want to get a block frozen, that's one choice. The other one is just IQF frozen. So for example, the IQF frozen, the shrimp are all separated. It's a little bit easier to pack. If it's frozen, they're not going to get damaged. But one of the two differences we see with the Portico shrimp, you notice that the tail is off. So that's a price point. Believe it or not, that tail does weigh something on the other one. This is the Packer brand here. I also noticed that the Portico shrimp are a little bit firmer, a little bit shinier, and these can actually sustain a little bit of packing damage, if you will, when they're actually put in the container. And there's a little more water loss on the Packer brand also, whereas the Portico gives off about 30% less water. So that's a weight issue, which is beneficial when choosing the Portico shrimp. The other thing you want to think about is how to thaw it out. The best way to thaw it out is slowly. So slack it out over 2 days in a perforated pan so the water can drop off and the shrimp can slowly go. Really try and avoid putting them directly in water and running water directly over them. If you have to, you can leave it in the plastic bag sealed and then run water over it slowly, and you'll have it pretty quickly at that point. The other option, of course, is to buy them with the shell on and the tail on, but at that point there's a little more labor involved. And I'll show you here just quickly. You take that out. You can decide at that point whether you want to leave the tail on or take it off, but it's essential that you devein the shrimp. So what they call the P&D, which is the peeled and deveined shrimp, is the easiest way to go. That's what these are here. But the intestinal tract is along this back side of the shrimp, so there needs to be a slight incision. So we take a peek inside there, and you might do this over running water, but you can see there's a little bit of the intestinal tract in here, and that needs to come out, and then the shrimp is ready to go. So again, larger is great for grilling, smaller shrimp might be good for sauce. And then I would say the best thing to do is maybe avoid the pre-cooked shrimp. This way at least you have control over it. Just choose your size, choose your pack, and maybe where it comes from, if that's a concern, whether you want Southeast Asian shrimp, or there are shrimp available in the United States too from the Gulf region, but we recommend these in terms of just density of flesh, flavor, lack of water, and so forth. So that's what I want to tell you today about shrimp. And there you have it.